India has approved a draft bill to ban commercial surrogacy. The bill restricts surrogacy services to Indian married couples and stops a host of others, including unmarried couples and foreigners, from using surrogacy services in India. To discuss this further, GAURAV Wankhedde is the founder and CEO of Become Parents, a surrogacy agency based in Hyderabad, India, and he joins us now. GAURAV, how do you view this new ruling?
Hi, Steve. I certainly see this as totally illogical, a move that was ill-thought. It was never planned as such. No sort of industry consultation was ever, something that like that never took place. It was more of a knee-jerk reaction to what sort of happened about a year and a half ago with this Australian couple abandoning a baby back in India. So I guess it reflects the conservative mindset of this government. And basically I keep telling people, rules are being made by people born in the 40s or 30s for technology, which was sort of, from the 21st century technology. So it's certainly not something that was expected. And, the entire IVF doctors, at least that I know of, actually are in a state of shock today, just without absolutely no warning, absolutely that was seen coming.
But it's not really necessarily a discussion about technology, is it? Isn't this more sort of an ethical question about the exploitation of women? The intentions behind the ban are a good one, aren't they?
Look, if you look at it this way, technology has to keep pace with what is going on in the society as well. The need of the society right now is, there's increase in fertility amongst couples, there's lifestyle changes that is happening, and people have to come up with ideas and come up with technology that matches and, meets the expectations of the people wanting to access that technology and utilize those services. And surrogacy is one such thing. If you look at 80s where IVF, the second doctor in the world that actually discovered IVF was actually an Indian who committed suicide in early 80s, because he just could not face the criticism that he faced for doing something which was against law as such, or nature's law as such. So that's what that's what I'm trying to get to as well.
So why do you think then that the Indian government wants to limit surrogacy to just infertile couples married for at least 5 years? They're very strict requirements.
Well, I think what I've seen in this government over the last 2 years, Steve, is that they've actually tried to conserve, limit services, or I guess control the way things are done. Look at the internet. I'm sure if you're aware that some of the movies were banned in India, or certain scenes were cut because the censor board didn't think they were, good enough for the public to see or adults to see that. This sort of reflects the mindset of the think tank, basically, that actually advises the government of India on certain issues. This being one of them as well.
So where does this leave people like yourself and surrogacy agencies and the industry?
But certainly in my case, I have been focusing out of India for the last 4 years now, so I won't be impacted as much. And in any case, India had started sort of shutting down or sort of winding down, if you'd like, about 2 years ago. And, they started off with banning same-sex couples and then started making it, compulsory for couples to acquire a surrogacy visa. That basically then stopped certain countries or certain citizens of certain countries from coming to India as well. So we could see this thing happening as such. But this is something which, this is just a shock as such, even for Indians as such, and then Indians would have to find another way out of this. They might have to go to Ukraine, or they might have to go to Bangkok or Cambodia or US for that matter, or Australia to undertake surrogacy.
Okay, mate, thanks for sharing your thoughts with us this evening. That was GAURAV Wankhedde, founder and CEO of Become Parents, a surrogacy agency, and he's based in Hyderabad.